Okay, good morning everyone. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes po, ma'am.
So we are going to solve some few problem solving today. Kaya din na nung sinolve namin kahapon together with 3B, no? And alternators or what we call also synchronous generators, no? Paano ulit natin kunin ang per phase voltage natin? Anyone? Anyone? Paano ulit kunin ang per phase voltage or that is the average voltage, EA? Anyone?
Yung square root of 2 po ba, ma'am? The square root of 2 pi f kpkd nc.
NC, no? So, tama si Mr. Miguel. Anong value ng NC po dapat natin? Or the unit for our NC should be the anong NC po natin dapat?
Number of turns per phase, ma'am.
Turns per
Phase, ma'am.
should be turns per phase. Should be ano?
Conductor per
Turns
phase.
per conductors per phase.
Phase.
Conductors per phase. And you may also use the formula E is equal to 2.22 kp kd frequency, flux, and Z. Wherein ang Z natin dito, that should be turns per phase. Okay, so let's try an example here para maintindihan nyo siya.
Ma'am, conductors po ata yung Z.
Conductors should be conductors per phase. But parang baliktad, conductors. Let's try an example. Number 1, a three-phase 16-pole alternator has a Y-connected armature winding with 144 slots, 10 conductors per slot, and turns at a speed of 450 revolution per minute. The flux is 40 MWB per pole, and the distribution factor is 0.966. What is the value of the line-to-line voltage in kV? So, ang kailangan natin para malaman ang line-to-line voltage, we should know what is the E-phase. No? So, based on the connection, we may find the E-line. No? Ano po ang E-line po natin or the line-to-line voltage po natin? Based on the connection, which is Y-connected, we are going to multiply it by square root of 3 yung E-phase natin. Tama? Yes or no?
Yes po.
Tama ba? Okay. So, how are we going to find ulit for E-phase? E-phase po natin, that is equal to, if we are going to use the first formula here, ayan, square root of 2 pi Kp Kd flux, frequency, flux, and C. Unang i-determine po natin what would be the Kp. Ano pong Kp po natin?
Ma'am, 1 po siya kasi kung naman po siya full pitch.
It will be 1. Pole pitch po natin. Pole pitch. 144, 60. Factor. Kp natin, that is equal to 1 since ang Kp natin, we may solve from sine 90 times pitch factor, tama? Or, pwede din natin makuha na ang Kp natin that is equal to sine full pitch, sabi ba niya? Ano sabi dito? It should be runs at per slot, and then what's the value? Considering it is a full pitch, it will be 180 times or divided by 2. Or that is equal to sine of 90, no? So, anong value ng sine 90? That is equal to 1. About Kd. Ang Kd natin, which is given, 0.966. Next, frequency natin. Anong value ng frequency po natin? Wala rin, no? So, hindi binigay. But we may solve it from the speed. That is equal to Pn over 120. Pn natin, P is 16. N natin is 450. Divide nyo siya ng 120. So, the frequency is ilang hertz?
60 po.
60 hertz. Next, flux. Meron na po ba tayong value ni flux? Meron. No? So, that is 40 MWB. Or that is milliweber. No? Naka-Weber po tayo. If ever, naka-lines eto, you're just going to multiply it by, ano? Kapag naka-lines tayo, para ma-convert siya sa Weber,
10 raised to negative 8, ma'am.
tama, no? You're just going to multiply it by 10 raised to negative 8, no? So, 1 Weber, that is equal to 10 raised to negative 8. Tama ba ako? Or 10 raised to 8 ng lines. Lines or Maxwell. Hindi siya division, ha? Or Maxwell's. Maxwell's. Yan. It should be positive para mag-divide sila. 1 Weber times. Tama ba? Positive dapat? 10 raised to 8 ng lines or Maxwell. Tama ba? Oo, tama. Positive dapat para magde-divide siya pag tutuhin siya. Okay, tapos na tayo sa flux. What else? NC. Okay, this one is NC. So, dapat ang unit natin, conductors per phase or whatsoever. No? Ano yung kinuha natin kanina? So, ano ang NC dapat natin? Is it coils? Based on the coils? NC is equal to, ano? Saan natin makukuha?
Ma'am, turns water yung NC.
NC. O, subukan natin yung NC dapat natin is turns per phase muna. Tanggalin ko muna to, ha? Nakaganyan muna siya, no? If NC natin is turns per phase, so saan natin makukuha? We have 10 conductors per slot and meron tayong 144 slots, no? So we have 10 conductors per slot. So i-multiply natin ngayon sa 144 slots para matanggal. And ano pa?
Divide 3, ma'am.
Divide by
3, ma'am.
3. Ano yung 3? That is, since 3 phase siya, no? Phase. And ano pa?
Divide by 2, ma'am.
Divided by 2. Ano yung 2 natin?
Kada coil kasi, ma'am, there are 2 conductors. In one turn, there are 2 conductors.
In one
One turn, ma'am, there are 2 conductors.
times 1 turn per conductor. 2 conductors, no? Yan. So, ang matitirang unit natin is turns per phase. Ayun, turns per phase. Conductor per phase. Ayun, baliktad. Baliktad pala yung nilagay ko dito. It should be turns per phase. And this one should be conductor. Z. Conductors per phase. Ayan. So, NC natin, that is equal to 10 times 144 divided by 6, no? 3 times 2. So, that is equal to 1,440. Divide nyo siya ng 6. So, ang unit natin dito is turns per phase. Ayan. So, ang NC ngayon natin, that is equal to, anong value ng NC natin?
240 po.
240 turns per phase. Ayan. Substitution, what is the value of E phase? E phase ngayon natin, that is equal to square root of 2 pi. Kp natin is 1. Kd natin is 0.966. F natin is 60. And flux is 40 milliweber. Milli po yan, ha? And then i-times ninyo siya ng 240 na NC natin. So what is the value of E phase? Ilang volts? Ayan, sabi ni Cyril, 2,474. How about the others? Nakakasunod po ba? Pakisabi lang pag hindi po nasundan. Same po ba kayo lahat? 2,472. According to Ms. Narisa, 2.4721 kV. Yes, pwede rin. Since ang tinatanong sa problem natin is in kV or in kilo. No? Same with antisoda. 0.911 volts, no? If you're going to solve for the E line already, you're just going to multiply it by square root of 3. So, ang E line natin ngayon, that is square root of 3 times 2,472.0911 volts. So, what is the value of E line? Line to line. That is equal to according to antisoda, 4,281.78. Ayan. Same with Mr. Cesar. About the others. Ayan. Since i-KV po natin yung tinatanong, no, divide nyo na lang pa siya ng 1,000. Divide nyo na yung makukuha nyo ng 1,000. This one. Divide 1,000. So that is equal to 4.2817. kV. So this is now the final answer. No? Naintindihan po ba? Okay, so let's try the other one, the 2.22. Any questions, clarifications? May tanong po ba? We're going to try to solve the other, no? The other formula, using the other formula. 2.22. E is equal to 2.22 kP, KD, frequency, flux, and Z. The difference only here, ang Z ninyo is conductors per phase. Per phase. Yan. So, ang E natin ngayon, that is equal to 2.22. KP natin kanina is 1, KD 0.966, frequency is 60, flux is 40 milliweber. Okay, so Z natin is conductors per phase ang target natin. So that is, ayan, 10 conductors per slot, 10 conductors per slot natin. Then, multiply nyo ngayon siya sa number of slot natin, no? 144 slot, no? Ilang phase daw yan? That is 3 phase. So, per phase, i-divide natin siya ng 3 phase. Ayan. So, matatanggal ang slot. Ang matitira na unit is conductor. So 10 times 144, that is 1,440. Divide nyo siya ng 3. That is conductors per phase already, no? Ayan. So, Z natin ngayon is equal to ilan?
480 po.
480
80.
conductors per phase. So, substitution here. So, E natin ngayon, that is equal to 2.22 kp, kd, frequency which is 60. Saglit, palitan na po natin, no? Times 1 times 0.966. Dito na pala, no? Times din siya ng 480. No? So, ilang volts ito? Ano pong magiging answer po natin? Is it same dun sa nakuha po ninyo na 2,474? Same po ba? $2,407.05 sabi ni Mr. Noel. Ilan ang nakuha po ninyo? 2.4705. Exact po ba yung 2.4705? Mahiram nga akong calculate. Ay, check mo nga pala. According to Salem, that is 2.470487. Okay? How about the others? Just type to our chat box, no? Para makita po. So, 2.22. So, that is 2 i-divide nyo lang siya ng 1,000 para maging kV. 2.4705 kV. So, halos the same din lang sila. So, E-line natin, multiply it by square root of 3 times E phase. So, that is equal to 4.2790 kV. Yan. So, halos exact din lang. Same din lang sila ng makukuha ninyong value. 2.8. 29 almost, no? 2.720. Yan. Any questions, clarifications? May tanong po ba? If none, we are going to proceed with number 2. Try this one and type to our chat box. Nakikita po ba? Try po ninyo, then i-solve po natin later on. Type to our chat box what will be your final answer. Okay lang po ba? By the way, mag face-to-face po tayo ng Tuesday, no? Section B, may klase ba tayo ng Tuesday? 11 to 12? Yung mga 3B?
Meron po, madam.
Oh, kasi binibilang ko yung time natin, parang kulang sa...
11 to 12 po ma'am ng Tuesday po madam.
Ay, oo pala, no? Tuesday. Anong other schedule ng section A? Monday ba?
Friday, ma'am.
Friday at Tuesday lang po, ma'am.
Ay, Tuesday. Tuesday. Sige. Papasok ba kayo lahat sa Tuesday? Last na face-to-face natin, then the Friday online class ng mga 3A, then exam na kayo after next week. Face-to-face po ang exam noon, na excuses po tayo kung po pwede, hanggat maaari, face-to-face po tayo lahat. Okay lang po ba? Okay, so let's solve number 2, no? And so a three-phase four-pole alternator has a single layer full pitch winding with 8 conductors per slot. The armature has a total of 36 slots. Determine the voltage between lines when the alternator is driven at 1,800 RPM. The flux is 0.5 Weber, 0.05 Weber per pole. So same formula, we may use the E is equal to square root of 2 pi Kp, Kd, flux, frequency, NC. Or, E natin, E per phase, that is equal to 2.22 Kp, Kd, frequency, flux, and Z, no? So we may use this one. So Kp natin, that is equal to, since full pitch, that is sine of 180 over 2, or that is 1, no? And KD po natin, that is equal to, binigay ba? The armature has a total slots of, determine the line voltage. Parang kulang yung given. Single layer, full pitch, 8 windings. Saglit nga, kulang yata. Armature. Kulang yata. Single per slot. Then, okay, so let's solve for KD. Formula natin for KD, that is sine of N gamma over 2, no? And N sine of gamma over 2. So, ang KD ngayon natin, that is equal to sine of N natin. What will be the value of N? N is equal to slot
3 po.
per pole per phase, no? Yan, check natin kung 3 siya. Slot per pole po natin, that is 36 slots. Divide nyo siya sa number of pole natin, which is 4 pole. And then ilang phase tayo? This is 3 phase. So that is equal to 36 divide 4, that is 9. Divide 3, that is equal to 3. No? Tama? So, n natin is equal to 3. And gamma natin, ano ang gamma ulit natin that is equal to?
180 over slots per pole.
Ayan, slots per pole. No? So, 180 degrees. Divide nyo siya sa slot per pole natin which is 9. So, that is equal to 20
Yes po.
degrees. Tama? So, n natin is 3 times 20 degrees. Divided by 2. Divided by 3. Sine of 20 degrees over 2. So, that is equal to sine of 30 degrees, no? Divided by 3 sine of 10 degrees, no? Anong value ngayon ng KD po natin? Ayan, that is 0.9598. What else? Ano pang need natin? That is frequency. Meron na po ba tayong frequency? Wala pa. So, F natin, that is equal to number of poles, which is 4 times speed is 1,800 divided by 120. So, that is equal to ilan? 30. 30 divided 1. 60? Tama ba? 60 hertz?
Yes, ma'am.
4 divide 120, 4 at saka si 120 magiging 30 yan, no? So, 1/8 divide by 30, 18 lang naman, no? So, 3 times 6, that is 18. 2018. Okay? Frequency flux. Meron na rin tayo, which is 0.05 Weber. And Z, how about Z? Z, that is equal to 10, ilan tayo? 8 conductors per slot. And then, multiplied by 36 slots divided by 3 phase. So, that is equal to ilan? 8 times 36 divided by 3. So, that is ilan po?
96 po.
Okay, so that is equal to 96, no? 96. Substitution. Ano ngayon ang determine the voltage between lines? So, line naman, no? Pwede na siguro nating i-diretso. Pwede po ba? E-line po natin is square root of 3 ng E-phase. Ano pong formula ng E-phase natin? That is 2.22 KP natin, that is 1. KD natin is, ilan ang KD natin? 0.9598. And frequency natin, which is 60. And then flux natin, which is 0.05. And the value of Z natin is 96, no? So, E-line po natin is equal to, ilan? Diretso na po natin. Okay lang po ba sa inyo pag i-direct ko na po siya? Nakakasunod pa rin po ba?
Okay lang po, ma'am.
Okay. How about the others? Nakakasunod po ba yung iba rin? So what is the E-line? Miss Nerissa, medyo may mali yata or na-late yung pag-send mo to 127. 1,062, 1.602628. And siya lang kasi yung kakaiba yung nakita ko yung na-type, no? So, 1,062 or 1.0629. 1.0629 kV. No? So, this is now the final answer. Yan. Okay, next po tayo. May tanong po ba? Mabilis po ba or sakto lang? Tanong?
Sakto lang po, madam.
Sige po, no? Thank you so much. Number 3 na po tayo. A 3-phase 4-pole. So this is number 3. A 4-pole, 3-phase, 60 Hz, Y-connected alternator having 60 slots with 2 conductors per slot in 2 layers. Fractional pitch winding with one side in one slot and one side in slot induced in 6,600. Mali na kopya ko, no? Fractional winding with one side in slot number 1 and the other slot in number 13. Determine. Determine the flux per pole. Required induce an EMF of 6.6 kV line between lines. Ayan. Determine the flux per pole required to induce an EMF of 6.6 kV between lines, no? Okay, so same formula. The only difference here is it's not a full pitch but it's a fractional pitch, no? So, E-line natin, which is square root of 3 ng E-phase, no? Y connected po tayo, no? Which is square root of 3 ng E-phase po natin, we may use a 2.22 Kp Kd, frequency, flux, and Z, no? So 6.6, meron na ba tayong value ni Kp? Wala pa. Okay, so what's the value of Kp? Kp natin is sine of, 90 times pitch factor. Ayan. Or we may use the sine of kung ano yung value ng degree natin dito. Full pitch if 180, divide it by 2. Or that is rho, no? Kung ano yung rho po natin. Rho divided by 2. Yan lang formula na pwede natin gamitin, no? So how are we going to solve for the pitch factor? Pitch factor is equal to, Pitch factor natin is
180 times the ratio, ma'am.
pitch factor or Kp. 180. Pwede din 180 times the ratio. 180. Ang pitch factor natin can be solved from 180 to the ratio.
Yung ratio
Ano
pala
yung
ng pitch factor, ma'am.
Ha? Ratio na?
Yung short corded over the full pitch coil span, ma'am.
Or that is coil span natin. Okay, so what is our coil span, by the way? This came from the winding
Slot per
itself,
pole, ma'am.
no? Slot natin, ang coil span natin is slot per pole. Either same sila during full pitch. Pero dito, ang coil span natin, ang basis natin, since fractional pitch siya, is from the winding. So, ang slot daw natin, nandito siya sa slot number 1, then the other one is on 13. Wherein kung kukunin natin ang slot per pole natin, per pole, di ba? Ang slot natin is, ilan ang slots natin? Total is 60. And then divide natin sa per pole natin, which is 4, no? 60 divided by 4, ilan yan? 60.
15 po.
4. 15, no? 15 siya. Pero kung babasahin mo ito, fractional pitch winding, no? Slot number 1 tayo, and then bumaba siya kay 13. So, ilan ngayon ang coil span natin?
12.
12, tama. So, that is, ang tinatanong niya is from 1, no? Bago siya makarating kay 13, ano yung pagitan niya? Yun yung tinatanong niya na coil span dito. So that is 13 less 1, that is equal to 12. Kaya nakuha yung 12 na yan. And ang pitch factor natin is makukuha from coil span divided by slot per pole. Or that is 12 over 15. So if we are going to reduce, divide it by 3, no? that is equal to 4/5. Wherein, ito na yung gagamitin nyo para makuha nyo si KP, which is equal siya sa sine ng 90 times 4/5. So, ilan po yan? Ilan? Sine 90 times 4/5. So that is equal to, same po ba tayo lahat? 0.9511. Same po ba?
Yes po.
Okay, how about, okay na tayo sa KP, no? So kung paano naman kung gagamitin natin si Rho? Paano natin makuha si Rho?
180 times the pitch factor, ma'am.
Yes, so that is, Rho natin is 180 degrees times 4/5. So that is equal to 144. So gagamitin nyo yan. So that is sine of 144 degrees divided by 2. Same with 0.9511. No? Ganyan po siya. And okay na tayo sa KP, no? How about KD? KD po natin, that is equal to sine of n gamma over 2 over n gamma, sine of gamma over 2. So, ang n natin, that is equal to slat per pole per face, no? So, ilang slat po tayo? 60. Ilang pole? That is 4. Divide niyo siya sa 3. So, that is equal to 15 over 3. So, that is equal to 5. Tama po ba? And ang gamma po natin, that is equal to, anong gamma ulit natin? Formula? 180 degrees over slat per pole. Tama ba ako?
Yes po.
That is equal to 180 degrees divided by 15. No? That's equal to 180 divided 15. 12 ba? 12 degrees. So substitution, ang KD ngayon natin, that is equal to sine of 5 times 12 over 2 divided by 5 sine of 12 over 2. So that is equal to sine of 5 times 6, that is 30 degrees. Divide nyo siya sa 5 sine of 6. 6 degrees. Ilan po ang value ng KD po natin? .9567. Yan po ang lumabas sa calculator ko. Same po ba? Ayan, 0.9567. Tama? Next. KP, how about the frequency? Meron na po ba tayo? Wala pa, tama? Frequency is, meron na pala, 60 Hz. Nakalagay na po sa problem. And how about the flux? Yun po yung unknown, no? And Z, how about Z? Paano ulit natin kunin si Z? Z is conductors per phase. So, paano natin kunin? Provided naman na meron tayong 2 conductors per slat. So, that is 2 conductors per slat. Times natin siya kay, para matanggal yung number of slots sa baba, 60. 60 slots, then divided by 3 phase. So that is equal to 60, 120 divided by 3, that is 40. Tama? 40 ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Ayan, 40 according to Mr. Davon, no? Okay, so we may use now the formula. Ayan, i-direct ko na po siya, no? So, E-line po, since E-line ang given, so that is square root of 3 ng E-phase. Ang formula ng E-phase po natin is equal to 2.22 kT, KD, frequency, flux, and Z, no? So, E-line po natin is 6.6 kV po ito, ha? So, isusulat na lang po natin siya in volts, which is 6,600 volts. That is equal to square root of 3 ng 2.22. Kp natin kanina, that is 0.9511. KD po natin is 0.9567. Frequency po natin is 60. Flux, ito po yung tinatanong. And Z po natin is 40. So, i-divide nyo lang siya para matanggal yung mga values dito sa tabi ni flux po natin. Both side, no? So, square root of 3 times 2.22 and then 0.9511, 0.9567 times 60 times 40. Ayan. So, square root of 3, 2.22, 0.9511, 0.9567, 60, and 40. Ayan. Then, drop ninyo yan. So, ang matitira na lang is flux. So, what is now the value of flux? Ilang Weber siya or milliweber. So, according to Eugene, we have 0.7860. Ayan. So, same kayo lahat. Ayan. So, 0.7860 Weber. Ayan. Okay? May tanong po ba? May tanong? If none, we are going to proceed with number 4. A three-phase Y-connected alternator is rated at 2000 kVA, 13.5 kV. The effective resistance and synchronous reactance of the armature are 1.3 ohm, 20 ohms respectively. What is the regulation in percent for the power factor of 0.8 lagging? So this one, no, hindi ko na ituro sa inyo. We also have the test, no? Meron tayong test na tinatawag to find the parameters of a alternator or asynchronous generator, no? We have the first one, discuss you, OCC. Second is SCC. And the other one is a resistance test. No? Meron po tayong tinatawag na ganyan. So sa may armature po natin, meron po tayong RA, wherein if locally, no, ang ginagamit po nila according to the book is the effective resistance is 1.25 to 1.75. That is why we are using 1.5 as the mean, no? sinasabi naman sa mga libro, if you are going to assume 1.5 or whatsoever, kung ano yung multiplier natin, no? The value po dun sa may resistance natin to get the value of the effective resistance, no? Okay, so for this one, ang gagamitin nyo na po dito na, ayan sinabi ko dun sa problem, no? Ang gagamitin ninyo, dun sa may long quiz po ninyo, sinabi ko dun, kasi hindi ko siya na-discuss sa inyo, ang gagamitin nyo in finding the synchronous reactance, no? So, meron na kayo si ZS, no? So, kung hahanapin nyo ngayon si XS, you're going to use the effective resistance, no? R effective square plus XS square. So, that is actually the final formula, no? Okay? Naintindihan po ba? So, ang tinatanong lang naman is percent regulation or what we call the percent VR, voltage regulation, no? Ang voltage regulation po natin is V no load plus V full load over V full load. Okay, so during no load, what will be the value of the voltage and V full load po natin, no? So, ang V full load po natin, meron na po tayong tinatawag dyan para makuha na po natin, no? Ang V po natin, VFL, that is equal to, eto, kukunin natin dito, 13.5 kV. So since that is Y connected, we're going to get the per phase voltage, no? Or V phase po dito, V phase, that is equal to 13.5 kV, divide nyo siya ng square root of 3. So what is the V phase po natin? Kunin po natin ang per phase kasi naka-per phase po mga yan. Effective resistance and the synchronous reactance is in per phase. So per phase po ang kailangan natin dito, no? Ilan po ang value ng V phase po natin? Ilan? $13.5 divided by square root of 3. That is equal to ilan po? According to Cyril, 7.7942 kV. Same with Garo, Almazan. Ayan, perfect po, no? Maganda po at nakiki-participate lahat, most of you, to our discussion. And I hope, no, may mga natututunan po kayo. 7.7942 kV, no? So, ito na po yung V phase po natin. Or yun po yung V full load po natin. At full load. Ito na po yung kailangan natin, no? Okay, so the other one, since we have the reactance here and the resistance, we are going to solve for E. E phase, no? Paano po ulit natin kukunin si E phase? That is equal to, anong formula po natin?
P phase plus I theta. I angle theta times the Z.
Times the impedance, no? ZL, synchronous impedance. So, meron naman na tayong value ni V phase, no? Naka-kV ito. Please take note, this is in kV, no? So, kung kV po yan, nakakilo siya. So, para hindi po kayo malito later on, pwede po ninyo siya i-convert. I-multiply nyo lang ito ng 1,000. Ayan. Para ma-convert nyo siya in 7,742.2286 volts na lang siya, no? And then, plus natin si current. Okay, saan natin kukunin si current? Saan
Sa
tayo
rated,
kukuha ng
rated
ng
value, ma'am.
current? Rated current?
Rated value. ma'am.
Yes. Paano?
Using the formula of
That
apparent
is
power.
by?
ma'am.
Yes, tama. So that is S is equal to 3 I phase, B phase, no? So S po natin is 2,000 kVA. 2,000 kVA times 3. I phase po natin is unknown, no? Yan yung hinahanap. And V phase po natin is, ayan, 13.5 over square root of 3 or 7.7942 kV. So what is the value of I phase po natin? That is equal to what is the value of our I phase? Pwede nyo siyang idiretso since pareho silang naka-K, which is kV at saka kVA, no? Nakakilo silang pareho, so pwede na. Basta wag lang kayong malilito. If ever hindi naka-kVA yung isa or nakakilo yung isa, i-convert nyo siya into, they have the same, no? Ano bang the same prefixes yata. Prefixes yata ang tawag dyan kasi nasa una siya eh. Kung nakakilo, kung naka-mega, kung naka-giga, or naka-volts lang siya, yun ang mga susundan ninyong unit, no? Kasi may mga iba pa na medyo nalilito sa mga units na ganyan. So please be aware of that, no? Ilan po ang value ng current po natin? Anong value po ng current natin? Sa akin, that is equal to 85.5334 ampere. Ilan po ang value ng current po ninyo? Same din lang po ba? Andyan pa rin po ba kayo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what's the value of your current? Is it 85.5334?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's continue now. We have now the value of current, but then please take note to have the angle since this is a three-phase, no? it is mentioned that the power factor is 0.8 lagging, no? So to get the value of angle, take the cosine inverse. Cosine inverse of 0.8, so that is equal to 36.8699, no? Degrees. So if you are going to input here, so the final value of I phase po natin, that is equal to 85.5334, angle of positive or negative. Since it is lagging, it will be negative 36.8699. So substitution, negative 36.8699, and then multiply ninyo kay JS natin, which is 1.3 plus J20. So what is now the value of E phase po natin? E phase is equal to nawala yung current niya. 85 point, this is the angle, 85.5334. Ayan. Angle po yan, angle of negative 36.8699. Ilan po ang voltage na na-calculate po ninyo? Negative. According to Auntie Soda, voltage po tayo, anak. It should be in kV. So that is, naka-kV na po siya. So that is 9.004. Yes po, ayan. No? Error lang siguro, no? Sige, okay lang, tama. Tama naman, Kitli. Tama pala. Ayan. How about the others? Ilan po ang nakuha po ninyo? Sa akin, it's 9.0042 kV, no? So kung kV yan, kV na rin gagamitin natin dito, no? So ang percent VR po natin, that is equal to 7. The greater than, no? Should be the 9.0042 less 7. Hindi na ako mag-KV, no? KV naman na silang pareho. 7.7942 divided by 7.7942. So ilan ngayon ang percent VR po natin? Or that is the percent regulation. Ilang percent po? Then multiply that to 100% para makuha po ninyo. Times 100%. So that is equal to 0.004. 15.5239. 15.5239%. So this is now the final answer, no? How about the others? May tanong po ba kayo?
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes
hindi
po.
na po ba i-square root po tapos i-square yung sa ZS po natin? Yung R effective po tapos yung
Po?
excess. Hindi na po ba natin i-square tapos i-square root po yung sa ZS po natin?
JS square root.
Pag sa Pythagorean theorem, square root yung gagamitin. Pero pag sa complex number, kahit wag na.
Okay, na-gets ko na. Oo, tama si Mr. Miguel, no? Since hindi naman magnitude ang kailangan natin, no? Dun sa may ZS, magnitude kasi kapag yan ang ginagamit. Pero since we also know or you are also aware of the complex number, we may use the complex number. Mas complete kasi siya. What if yung angle naman ang tinatanong? At least alam ninyong ibigay kung ano yung angle niya. That is why I'm using the complex numbers. What if phase difference naman ang tinatanong, no? What is the phase difference between the line voltage and the phase voltage? Mga ganun, no? Na tanong. At least alam ninyo kung ano yung magiging, pagkukuhanan ninyo yung phase difference. No? Phase difference, that is the difference between the angles. No? Okay na ba, Mr. Salong ba yung nagtanong kanina?
Yes po. Ma'am, kailan po natin gagamitin yung ZS po if magnitude po yung being asked po ba?
Magnitude.
I mean, ano po ba yung indication sa mga problems po if kung kailan namin gagamitin po yung this formula po, yung Pythagorean theorem po?
ZS. Oo. Most likely kasi, no, we have the other techniques on how are you going to solve problems. Pansin ko lang din, no, kung many ways on how are you going to find the XS. Actually, no, dito, pwede nyong mahanap. Meron ba akong problem dito? Saglit lang, ha? Tingin tayo kung may problem tayo dito na applicable. Looking for the value of XS. XS. Wala akong mahanap dito na problem, no? Pero kung kailan niyo siya gagamitin, no? If ever meron kayo yung value ni ZS, pero magnitude lang ang binigay, no? Or magnitude lang ang alam niyo na value ni ZS, gagamitin niyo ito para mahanap niyo si XS. Ayan. But if you do not know the value of kasi pag meron ka na si resistance at saka si reactance, alam mo na kung ano ang value ng Z.
Yan na po siya,
So
di ba
ito
po?
na lang. Finally, no, applicable lang ang magnitude or eto if hindi ninyo alam ang angle ni ZS. Kasi from R theta, R angle of theta, kung meron si R dito, eto na si ZS mo, no? Si ZS mo na yan. Basta meron kasi angle kasi, mahahanap mo na si XS. Pero since hindi mo alam, mag-a-apply ka dito ngayon ng Pythagorean theorem na si ZS mo is equal siya kay square root of R effective plus XS square. Ganun po siya. Nagets ba?
Yes po. Pero po, di ba may in some cases po, di ba po pag walang nakalagay na angle, nag-a-assume na po tayo na zero kagad.
That is for only for voltage that is in reference angle. Yun po yung tawag natin doon.
Okay po. Thank you po, ma'am.
Kay reference angle naman natin kay voltage. 'Di ba meron tayo yung sa circuit ninyo dati, for example, balance system, no? Ang balance system natin is always naka-reference tayo kay angle of 0. For example, that is 120 angle of 0. So ang phase difference natin is 120. Yan. Ang pagitan nila is 120 degrees. So assuming it's a positive sequence, di eto si B, eto si C, no? This is A. So this one is 120 angle of negative 120 and this one is 120 angle of positive 120. Ang tawag dito is reference angle. Ayan. Kung hindi mo alam, meron tayo yung parang may na-meet na akong problem na ginawa namin siyang baliktad para lang makuha mo yung phase difference niya. Di ba meron tayong formula na E phase is equal to V phase plus I phase and then yung ZS natin. Di ba? Ang ginawa namin or ang ginawa sa problem, no? Para lang makuha yung value ng V-phase, no? Binaliktad siya kasi hindi mo naman alam kung anong angle. Ito ang ginawa namin. Ginawa namin siyang reference angle. So, sinet namin ito na E-phase is angle of 0. Para makuha mo lang yung angle. Kasi pag minsan, actually, ang difference lang naman nito is maliit lang. V-phase natin tsaka si E-phase. Maliit lang ang phase difference nila. Kumbaga, nandito si V-phase mo, eto, ayan, kasi palaging naka-zero yan, eto si V-phase mo, either umangat siya dito ng maliit lang na angle, eto na si E-phase. Ayan po siya. Hopefully, makamit tayo ng problem na ganito para makita ninyo yung difference po nila, no? Wala yata. Pero in the future siguro, kung sakali man na ma-meet ninyo yung problem ulit na yan, hopefully, maalala ninyo to, no? And makamit tayo ng ganyan na problem. So let's try to continue to other problems para ma-exercise pa po tayo. Okay na ba, Mr. Salom?
Yes po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Yes po. Okay, no problem po, no? Number 5 na po tayo. Ayan. So, this one is 1 MVA, 3 kilovolt, 60 Hz, 3-phase Y-connected alternator has an armature effective resistance of 0.2 ohms. The field current is 40 ampere, produces a short circuit of 200 ampere, and an open circuit EMF of 1040 between lines. So determine the full load percent voltage regulator. So percent VR lang din ang tinatanong dito, no? Which is unknown. So ano ang pwede nating unang hanapin dyan? So since ang VR natin, no, from this problem only, we may generalize na yung percent VR po natin, that is equal to E phase less V phase over V phase. No? Okay po ba? Pwede po ba natin gamitin yan? E phase less V phase over V phase para hindi tayo malito? Okay lang po ba? E phase, okay lang po ba? Yes or no? V phase over V
Yes, ma'am.
phase. Ito yung full load natin. Full load. And this is no load yung E-phase natin. Okay lang po ba? Naintindihan po ba kung bakit yan po ang ginamit ko na formula?
Yes, ma'am.
How about Mr. Sandy? Tulog yata, no? How about Neriza? Neriza, ba? Villanueva. Mr. Villanueva? Wala yata, no? So, I hope naintindihan lang po, no? Just ask a question if you did not understand, no? Magtanong lang po kayo pag may hindi po kayo naintindihan para ma-explain po natin ng maayos, no? And we are going to leave the confusions, no? Wala po tayong, we are not being confused. Baka mamaya, ano kayong ginagamit ni ma'am na formula, saan niya kinukuha, no? We set this one, no? Na ganyan na lang para hindi tayo malito. Para si V-phase natin, ayan, V-phase, ayan. Saan natin ulit makukuha si V-phase po natin? V-phase came from, saan? The given voltage which is 3 kV. Ayan. 3 kV. Since naka-Y connected siya, you're just going to divide it by square root of 3. No? So that is equal to 3 over square root of 3 kilovolt. No? Para hindi na kayo mag-round off. Pag minsan, actually, ganito ang solutions ko, no? Hindi ko na siya simplify. Kukunin ko na lang later on para in my final answer, hindi na ako magra-round off ng mga decimals ko. No? Okay? So, yan na po ang V-phase natin. How about naman sa E-phase natin? E-phase natin, that is equal to V-phase plus I-phase natin, angle of theta, multiplied by JS. Okay? Dito pala yata, pwede yata natin i-apply dito. JS. Pwede pa natin mahanap dito si JS. Ayan. No? Pwede yata dito yung tinatanong ni Mr. Salok kanina. Okay, so we have here the R effective. So R effective po natin, that is equal to 0.2 ohms. Wala tayong value ni XS. So, ano ang pwede natin gagawin para mahanap natin ang value ni XS?
Kunin mo na yung value ng JS mo.
Yes, tama no. Pwede natin kunin ang value ni JS. Saan ba na natin kukunin si JS?
Gamit yung short circuit test at open circuit test mo.
Yes, tama. From short circuit and open circuit values ng voltage tsaka current natin, pwede nating malaman si JS, no? From this one, open circuit 1040 between lines, so ibig sabihin naka-lines yan, naka-line to line voltage yan. So ang gagawin natin, you're just going to get the per phase value. So 1040, divide nyo siya ng square root of 3, and then divide natin sa current which is 200 ampere. So ngayon, ano ang value ni JS natin? Ano ang value ni JS po natin? $3.0022 din ba? Sa inyo?
Yes po.
According to Mr. Salom, that is 3.0022. How about the others? Ayan, so that is 3.0022 ohms. So this one, no, from this one, hindi mo alam kung ano yung angle neto, yung ZS natin. So ibig sabihin that is the magnitude only. Magnitude eto. So kung meron tayong value ni R effective, so this is our R, this is our Z, and this is our XS. No? Using the Pythagorean theorem, pwede nating mahanap si XS, which is equal sa square root of ZS square less R square. No? So that is equal to 3.0022 squared less nyo sa 0.2 squared. So what is now the value of XS? Sa akin, that is 2.9956 ohms. Ayan. Diyan siya applicable yung tinatanong kanina ni Mr. Salom, no? Since hindi natin alam ang angle ni impedance, hindi natin mahahanap yung value ni reactance. So we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem or the impedance triangle na tinatawag sa circuit, no? Yan po siya. So, meron na tayong value ni XS, meron tayong value ni, ay wala pa, kulang pa. What is now the value of our current? I-phase natin kanina, so that can be solved from using S, no? So, I-phase natin is S natin, which is 1 MVA. Divide nyo siya ng 3 times the V phase, which is 3 over square root of 3. Ayan. So, ang I phase natin ngayon, that is equal to 1 million or that is 1 mega. 1 times 10 raised to 6 over 3 times 3. Naka-kV ito ha. kV. So, ang gagawin po ninyo yan, i-multiply nyo siya ng times 10 raised to 3. Or that is 1,000. No? Times 10 raised to 3. Ilan ang value ng current po natin? Or that is the magnitude of the current. Magnitude po yan. Anong value ng current po natin? Ilan po ang value ng current ninyo? Nakakasunod po ba? May tanong? Reaction? Or anything? Comment? Suggestion or anything? Wala? Okay, so sa akin ang na-solve ko is 192.45. So this is only the magnitude. So the I phase, para makuha natin yung angle natin, you're just going to get the theta is equal to cosine inverse of 0.8 from the power factor. So that is equal to 36.8699 degrees, no? Since it is lagging, so ang I phase ngayon natin, that is equal to 192.45 angle of negative 36.8699 degrees. So that is now the value of the current, no? Nakakasunod po ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So then, Okay na ba tayo lahat? Ayan. Okay. So, ang E-phase ngayon natin, that is now equal to V-phase. So, ang V-phase po natin, nasa reference angle po yan, which is angle of 0. So, 3 over square root of 3. KV po ito ha, KV. Angle of 0, pero kahit hindi nyo na siya ilagay, no? Kasi 0 naman siya, no? And then, plus natin yung current, which is 192.45 angle of negative 36.8699. Then, sa JS natin, which is composition of 0.2 plus J 2.9956, no? And then, mahanap nyo na yung value ni E-phase natin. So, what is now the value of E-phase? E-phase natin ngayon is equal to meron na ba dito si Jericho na nagpapa-accept kanina pala? Baka hindi ko siya na-accept. Si Mr. Jericho, meron na ba? Baka hindi ko siya na-accept ano yung ano kanina? Jericho. Mr. Jericho, are you there? Jericho. Jericho? Jerry nila? Mr. Donato, ikaw ba yung nagpapa-accept kanina? Baka wala. Baka nagkape, no? Baka nagkape o nag-lunch na siya.
Naka-join siya kanina, ma'am.
Okay. Baka busy siguro, baka may ginagawa, no? So, yung mga may ginagawa, no, ganito lang masasabi ko sa inyo. Since you are doing something and yet we are still on discussion, please make it sure na you're going to go back with our lecture. Pag-aralan nyo siya and be sure na may papasa nyo ang subject ko, no? Maybe hindi na ako siguro nagkulang since I'm having my online class para sa inyo. And it's your part also to do, no? To learn. Pag-aralan yung mga discussions po natin. Ayan. According to Mr. Tagaw, that is 2.1538. Excuse me, angle of 11. Ayan. Since okay lang naman, no? So yung mga iba na nag-ano ng angle, okay lang din naman na ilagay niyo yung angle niya. Para just to make it sure lang, no? Pero since kung tutuusin naman, no? Yung magnitude lang naman ang kailangan natin, so it's fine, no? It's fine na yung magnitude lang ang ilalagay ninyo. Magnitude lang ilalagay natin, 4% VR, no? E-phase natin, that is 2.153. KV ito, no? Angle 11 point something, no? KV. So if you're going to get the value of percent VR po natin, you're just going to minus i-phase natin, which is 2.153. Less natin siya kay 3 over square root of 3. Naka-KV naman na yan, no? So 3 over square root of 3. So what is now the value of our percent regulation? Ano na po ang percent natin? Multiply nyo lang siya ng 100%. Ilan po ito? 24.41. Percent, no? So that is now the final answer. Any questions, clarifications? May tanong po ba?
Wala na po, ma'am.
Okay, so if none, let's proceed with number 6. No? Last number na po tayo before you are going to have your next subject or lunch. Pag wala na po kayong gagawin, no? Last item po tayo, number 6. Madali na lang po ito, no? You try to solve this. Let's have at least 5 minutes siguro. Madali lang to. Short solution. And then you type to our chat box what will be your final answer. Ayan. Okay, so final siguro ito na lang solve natin para matapos na po tayo, no, for today's discussion. So a 4-pole 3-phase 60 Hz Y-connected alternator has 24 slots with 40 turns in each coil, and sinusoidally distributed flux per pole is 63 MW. What is the terminal voltage on open circuit if pitch factor is unity? So ibig sabihin ng pitch factor po natin, naka-unity na po tayo dito ng KP. So E-line po natin, Y-connected, no? So that is equal to square root of 3 ng V-phase, or E-phase po natin, E-phase. Or that is 2.22 ng KP natin, KD. And frequency flux Z, no? KP natin, okay na tayo. How about KD? KD is N, sine N, N gamma over 2 over N sine of gamma over 2, no? Anong value ng N po natin? N natin is slot per pole. Mausok kanina eh. Hindi ako makahinga. Per phase, no? So, ang slot per pole po natin, 24 slots per pole, which is 4 pole. And then divide nyo siya sa 3. So 24 divided by 4, that is 6. Divide 3, that is 2. Tama po ba? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So how about gamma? Gamma is equal to 180 degrees divided by slot per pole, no? Ayan. So 180 degrees divided by slot per pole natin is 6. So that is 30 degrees, no? Substitution, what is now the value of KD? So sine n, which is 2 times 30 over 2, that is 30, no? 30 degrees divided by n natin is 2. Sine of 30 over 2, that is 15 degrees. So ilan po ang KD po natin? Nakakasunod po ba kayo sa shortcut? 0.9659, no? So that is now the value of KD, and frequency, meron na tayo. Flux, meron na rin. How about the Z? Ang Z natin is conductor per phase. Yan. So anong meron tayo? Meron tayong 24 slots, no? 24 slots. And we have 24 turns, 40 turns in each coil. So ibig sabihin, yan na ang number ng 40 turns in each coil. That is the
Times 2 po ata mo.
times 2 pa ba natin?
Di ba divide?
Times 2 kasi the two conductors sa isang turn.
Diba 40 turns in each coil? Ang coil natin, yan,
Ay, tama. Times
2
2
coils.
para sa slot.
Ha?
Times 2 mo.
Times 2?
Kung conductor po yung gagamitin natin ma'am, times 2. The,
Yes po.
Conductor per phase. So that is 24 slots times 40
kasi dalawa
turns
po
in
yung
each coil.
dalawang conductors po yung nasa isang turn.
Naka-each na siya kasi dito yung point niya dito is each coil na siya.
Yes ma'am. Sa isang coil po kasi ma'am may dalawang conductors.
May 40 turns siya. Tapos dalawa na conductor yung ikot niya.
Tapos times slot ba?
Pwede din gamitin yung kwan ma'am, NC na lang.
NC na lang. Para mas sure tayo, no? So if you're going to use NC here, palitan natin to ng this one is square root of 2 pi, no? Palitan natin yan. So kung NC ang gagamitin natin, that is turns per phase, di ba? Wherein that is equal to, meron tayong 24 slots, and then times natin siya sa, so ibig sabihin dalawang coil yan kasi isang coil lang yung sinabi niya. Kung 40 turns, ayan, 40 turns sa isang coil, times 2 natin yan. Tama?
Yes po.
But times 2 ma'am.
Kasi slot. Kasi sa slot yata. Yung conductor per slot ng ano.
And then, i-divide natin siya ng 3 phase. So that is equal to 640 ang NC natin. Tama? Tama ba ako? 24 slot, 40 turns in each coil. Since dalawa yan, you're just going to multiply it by 2 and then i-divide nyo siya ng 3 phase. So substitution, so ang E-line po natin ngayon, that is equal to square root of 3 ng square root of 2 pi, ayan, multiplied by Kp which is 1
Ay, ma'am.
kahit di ko naman nailagay siguro, no?
Hindi
Yes?
na po ata times 2 ma'am.
Conductor per phase na po yata yung na-compute nyo.
Conductor per phase na po yan ma'am.
Yes po. Z na po yan. Kasi nag-times 2 na po tayo.
Conductors per phase.
Kasi yung MC po ma'am turns per phase po yan. Turns na po yung given ma'am.
Pero isa kasi sabi niya kasi dito is each coil. Isang coil lang yung sinabi niya. Ito ang coil natin. Dalawa yan. Diba?
Ma'am, conductors po yan ma'am. Yung coil po ma'am, meron po siyang dalawang conductors.
Sige po. Saglit lang ha. Balikan natin.
Parang yung turn kasi coil na din siya eh. Kasi yung isang ikot, yung one turn eh, coil na din siya halos. Di ba, Miggy?
This one. Ito para maintindihan mo siya. Coil sides in each coil. That's why I multiplied by 2. Since ang sabi niya each coil, this one is 1 turn. Ito ang coil natin. That's why I multiplied by 2. So isang coil natin, 40 turns in each coil.
Kaya times 40 ma'am.
Kaya nag-multiply ako doon ng 2.
Hindi po ba conductors yung coil side ma'am?
Let's see, no? Let's see from the provided problem, ang sabi niya dito is ang sabi sa problem natin is A 4-pole 3-phase 60 Hz Y connected alternator has 24 slots with 40 turns in each coil. Paano mo siya i-rationalize yung 40 turns in each coil? Ano yung naintindihan mo doon? Each. So, ibig sabihin, sa isang coil, meron tayong 40 turns. Each coil, sabi niya. So, ibig sabihin, kung each siya, tig-isa. Diba?
Yung coil side po ata ma'am, yun yung conductors.
Mm-hmm.
Yung coil ma'am is yung kabuuan na kabuuan ng coil.
Each coil. Paano kayong pagkagamit niya ng problem na yan? 24 slots with 40 turns in each coil. And sinusoidally distributed flux per pole. Ang target natin, ang N natin is turns per phase. 1 turns. Wala na siyang ibang description, di ba? Kung paano yung ilan ang turns niya sa isang coil.
Ma'am,
Kasi kung
di po,
titignan na, yes.
in each slot po ba ma'am may isang coil?
Sa slot natin, meron tayong coil. Tapos, ang sabi niya, ang coil na yan,
40 turns
meron
ma'am.
tayong
40 turns
40
ma'am.
turns, di ba?
Kasi sa isang turn, dalawang slot na yung occupy niya eh.
Mm-hmm.
Ay, sa isang coil pala. Dalawang slot na yung papasukan niya. Tama ba?
Dito, ginamit natin kanina yung NC. Ang sabi dito sa problem, 10 conductors per slot. Naka-conductor siya per slot.
Yes ma'am, kaya dinivide natin siya ng 2 kasi in each coil may dalawang conductors.
Sa
Yun
isang
yung,
coil natin, meron tayong dalawa, di ba?
yes ma'am, yun yung coil side.
Mm-hmm. Same with the other problems, no? Same with this. Same with this one. Ito rin ginamit natin dito. Z conductor per phase, no? And if we are going to analyze this number, kung Z ang gagamitin natin, conductor per phase. So, i-divide natin siya ng 2 since sa isang coil natin, meron tayong 2 conductors. Okay, so ganun na muna ang solution nito. So, we're not going to multiply it by 2 since ang target natin is turns per phase. So, that is 24 times 40. That is equal to ilan? Meron tayong 24 times 40 over 3. 24 times 40 over 3. That is equal to 320. Tama? So, substitution, So 2 pi, Kp natin is 1. Pwedeng hindi ko na ilagay. And Kd po natin is 0.9695. Hindi. 9659. And the value of frequency is 60. The value of flux natin is 63 milliweber. And lastly is the Z, which is 320. So what is now the value of E line? Ilan ang value ngayon ng E line po natin? Ilang volts ang E line po natin? According to Miguel, that is 8,562. How about the others? So I can say that is 8.5627. kV, no? So this is now the final answer. Ayan, may tanong po ba? May tanong?
Wala naman po, ma'am.
Okay, so if none, let's call it a day. So time is 11:59 hanggang 11 lang tayo, 10:59. So hanggang 11 lang po tayo, no? So let's call it a day and ingat po tayo this weekend. Thank you so much for attending the class.
Ma'am, pwede po pa-send mamaya ng PDF, ma'am.
Yes pa.
Thank you po.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.